They always told me reach the top and everything would change. I reached the top at 40 and the view was cold and strange. The men below me looked so small from where I now could see. But what I didn't understand, they couldn't see me. I built the room they all admired and sat inside alone. I filled it with the trophies of the battles I had won. I called the men who'd helped me there and poured them all a drink. They laughed and raised their glasses. None of them could see me sink. The view from the top is silence. The view from the top is space, where every room gets emptier and fewer know your face. You fight your way to the summit and stand there in the cold. The view from the top is everything except what you were told. My father never made it here. He fell before the climb. My mother lit a candle for the life I left behind. I wonder now in quiet what the lesser versions of me would think of this apartment and this silence and this fee. I have everything and I have never been more alone in my life than standing here. What was all of this for? If there's nobody left at the door. From the top is silence that nobody warned me about. The view from the top is everything I worked for, and now I doubt. If I could send a word back to the boy I used to be, standing at the corner of the life he couldn't see, I wouldn't change the hard parts, I'd just change the frame. I'd tell him what looks like destruction has another name. I tell him trust the silence more than they say. I tell him the men who leave the quickest, let them go today. I tell him build your patience like you're building stone on stone, and learn the difference between being lonely and alone. Letter to a younger man, didn't know the plan, who thought the storm was punishment instead of reprimand, for something greater waiting on the other side of fear. Letter to a younger man, I wish that you could hear. I tell him every enemy will teach you something true. I tell them the ones who doubt you, work and let them review. I tell him love the people who will look you in the eye and walk beside the darkness without asking you to lie. Most of all, I tell him, you are gonna be tested in ways that don't seem fair, in ways that feel like ending. Hold on, just hold on. What's coming is worth everything that's going. As you feared, everything you needed, you already had. You just couldn't see it from in there. Letter to a younger man who carried more than he should, who thought the weight meant something wrong when it meant something good, who learned that scars are just the proof that you were here and real. Letter to a younger man, from the man you had to build. She poured my coffee without asking how I took it. After the second morning, she just knew. She never asked me where I'd been the night before. Just moved around the kitchen, quiet and true. She found the things I kept inside the lining of my coat. She put them back and never said a word. Some women run from what they find inside a man like me. She was the only one who stayed, and that I heard she knew what I was, and she stayed anyway. She knew what the nights cost, and she greeted every day. She never asked me to be something I was not. She just loved the broken parts of me that the rest of the world forgot. She knew what I was. I tried to build a wall between her and the work I did, pretend that there were two of me. She saw right through it. She said one night while I was leaving, come back in one piece. I said I always do. She said so far. I never deserved the way she looked at me, with full eyes and no accusation. I never deserved the grace of a woman who understood the complication. And I would burn every empire I built to have her back for one more and she stayed. Miller's gonna close on Friday, and they're selling off the stools. The jukebox and the back booth, where we learn the old rules of how men talk to other men when nobody's performing, of how you hold a glass and what the silence in between is for. I've been coming here since I was just too young to be here, sat beside my father once and watched him with the men. They talked in half sentences and finished each other's thinking. And I took notes on everything and vowed to learn it then. Last round at Miller's for the bar that built a code. Last round at Miller's before they close and selling forward. I raise a glass to everyone who ever sat in this particular light. Last round at Miller's, and one more after that tonight. Every man who ever needed somewhere he could be himself, without performance or agenda or the grinding of the gears. Found a bar stool at the corner and a bartender who'd listen, and walked out a little cleaner for the time he'd spent in here. I know it's just a building, I know it's just a room, I know the men who made it are themselves almost all gone. But some rooms hold the memory of what happened in them, and Miller's held the kind of men I wanted to become. Last round at Miller's, last glass for what this place has been. Last round at Miller's for every man who came in from the rain, for every honest conversation and every quiet understood. Last round at Miller's for the bar that made us good. She wore the kind of silence that a man could live inside. She never asked me what I did, or told me where to hide. She poured my coffee every morning, like the world was clean, and loved me past the edges of the places I had been. I told her she deserved a better world than mine to walk. She said she chose me knowing, and we never spoke of it again in talk. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. Ivory and ash. I missed the night she needed me. There was business to attend. I told myself I'd make it right. That isn't how it ends. She left no letter, left no word, just a gardenia on the sill, the kind she always wore in spring. I keep it with me still. A man can rule a city, hold the dark within his fist, but can't explain the warmth that comes from being truly missed. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. I have stood in rooms where powerful men wept. I have never understood it till tonight. I have signed my name to things I can't take back, but nothing cost as much as losing her to this life. She was the only thing I built that mattered, and I let the work destroy the one thing that was real. Ivory and ash, ivory and ash, that's what we were. That's what we were. A beautiful destruction of the clean against the blur. She was the grace I never felt I'd earned the right to keep, and I am the winter she deserved to never have to meet. Ivory and ash. Ivory and ash. I made a ghost of him, the day I stopped returning calls. I made a ghost of him by absence, nothing else at all. No confrontation, no betrayal, no dramatic final scene. Just the slow erosion of a man who used to mean everything. I told myself the reasons, and they sounded reasonable. The distance was protective, I was keeping things clean. But somewhere past the silence and the years I wasn't watching, he became a ghost I made, not something in between. The ghost I made of him still sits in certain chairs. The ghost I made of him still walks in certain stairs. I pass his name sometimes in rooms that hold our past. The ghost I made of him was not supposed to last this long. I see his children now on photographs I wasn't in. I calculate the seasons of the years I let begin without him, and I wonder at the architecture of my reasons, and whether they were real or whether I was just convenient. There is a kind of harm that doesn't need a weapon, just a door you stop opening and a phone you stop answering. And I am guilty of it, and I carry it clean, the way a gentleman carries the things that cost him without making it anyone else's weight. The ghost I made of him is the only one I see. The ghost I made of him is the version next to me of who I could have been if I had made a different call. The ghost I made of him is partly me, after all. After all. My father told me never draw your gun unless you mean to end it. And every man deserves one chance to leave before you send it. I sat across from men who begged and men who tried to lie. I poured them all a glass of wine and looked them in the eye. This life was never what I chose, it chose me from the start. I learned to keep my hands real clean by hardening my heart. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. They call it organized, but there ain't nothing organized in grief. When you bury men who trusted you and call yourself a chief. I iron my suit every morning like my father showed me how. Some rituals remind you what you swore and what you vowed. They see the suit, they see the cane, they see the silver ring. They never see the boy who lost everything to be this thing. I am the last of a dying kind, a gentleman with a criminal mind. I live by codes that the world forgot. I give what's earned and I take what's not. The last gentleman. You wanna know the cost of all this power? Every quiet room, every sleepless hour, every name I carry like a stone beneath my chest, every deal I made just to outlast the rest. I gave everything and still they wanted more. I bled on every floor and still they called for war. Give what's hurt and I take what's not. The last gentleman. I made an oath in a room with no windows to men who would hold it until they were dust. I placed my hand on a language of silence and swore to the things that a man swears in trust. Not God, not country, not law as they write it, but something more ancient than all of that weight. The code that was handed from father to father, the oath that arrives at the end, never late. They say oaths are broken, they say codes are fiction. They've never stood in the room where it's real. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried while others slept. This is the weight that I chose at the door. This is the life of a man who swore not to be righteous, not to be clean, but to be what he said and to mean what he means. This is the oath, and it holds me still past the grave of the men and past the code of the will. I've seen men break it, I have seen what it costs. I have watched the unsworn build their houses on frost, and I have seen them collapse when the season came cold, because a man without an oath has nothing to hold. Not judge of others, just keeper of mine. The oath doesn't care about your bottom line. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the call that I carried when others slept. This is the weight that I welcomed at the door. This is the life of a man who swore. What I stood for, I won't have to think. It was never about the empire or the power or the drink. It was about the word I gave in a room with no light, and the fact that 40 years later I kept it. Tonight when it cost me everything, I kept the oath, and that is my everything. Oh, oh. This is the oath I was given and kept. This is the code that I carried when others slept. This is the weight, the burden, the crown. This is the life of a man who never put the oath down. Never put the oath down. Never put the oath down. Never put it down. History tells me everything I need. Which men have lost their hunger, and which men have learned to bleed. I count the streets below me, and I name them every one. Every road was paid for long before the job was done. I don't celebrate the victories, I mark the date in stone. Every empire built in silence starts with being alone. Smoke in silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke in silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. My enemies read books on how to beat a man like me, but books don't teach the patience born from real poverty. I watched and waited till the timing was exact. Moved so quiet by the time they knew, no turning back. They call it darkness, but it's just a room without their light. I was built to navigate exactly this kind of night. Smoke and silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke and silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. I've sat in rooms where men decided fates, shaking hands that carried nothing but mistakes. Sign my name to things that history won't forgive, but every man must choose exactly how he's going to live. Don't talk to me about the light, I made my peace with the night. That's the only life I know. Smoke and silence, smoke and silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. I was at my lowest. They came with the assumption that the season had me bent. They walked into the story they had written about me in advance, and found a different chapter than the one they thought they meant. I let them make their offer, watched them lay it on the table. I let them make their case for what they thought I couldn't fight. I let them feel the fullness of the moment they'd been building. Then I took the offer, folded it, and said, not tonight. The night they tried is the night that built the ceiling. The night they tried is the night that changed the dealing. They came for what they thought was broken, found what had been forged. The night they tried was the last night they had that kind of I heard they told a story different to the men who weren't there. I heard they made it something closer to what they prepared. But every man who was in that room knows what the silence said. When they left without the thing they came to take from me instead. There are moments in a man's life that become the line between version before and the version that remains. That night was mine, and I'll tell you what I felt. Not victory, not relief, just confirmation of I already knew about myself. You came for everything I built, and left with nothing but the knowledge that you never had the rage. The night they tried became the night I understood. The night they tried to take from me what's mine for good. They showed me what I'm made of by testing what they thought was soft. The night they tried is the night that paid off. If I could send a word back to the boy I used to be, standing at the corner of the life he couldn't see, I wouldn't change the hard parts, I'd just change the frame. I'd tell him what looks like destruction has another name. I'd tell him trust the silence more than anything they say. I'd tell him the men who leave the quickest let them go today. I tell him, build your patience like you're building stone on stone, and learn the difference between being lonely and alone. Letter to a younger man, didn't know the plan, who thought the storm was punishment instead of reprimand, for something greater waiting on the other side of fear. Letter to a younger man, I wish that you could hear. I tell him, every enemy will teach you something true. I tell him, the ones who doubt your work, and let them review. I tell him, love the people who will look you in the eye, and walk beside the darkness without asking you to lie. Most of all, I tell him, you're gonna be tested in ways that don't seem fair, in ways that feel like ending. Hold on, just hold on. What's coming is worth everything that's going. As alone as you believed, you were never as broken as you feared. Everything you needed, you already had. You just couldn't see it from in there. Letter to a younger man who carried more than he should, who thought the weight meant something wrong when it meant something good, who learned that scars are just the proof that you were here and real. Letter to a younger man, from the man you had to build. I built my empire on the silence of my enemies. Learned early on that trust is just a debt you cannot see. They smiled across the table, shook my hand and called me friend. But I watched their eyes real careful, knew exactly where it ends. They said I'd never rise above the ground where I was born, but every scar they gave me just became a sharper thorn. Cold as the crown upon the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, me learn the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown. I pour my wine in solitude and toast the breaking dawn. Watch the men who burn me try to figure where I've gone. I don't diss the shadows of the past or call for war. I simply become everything they never were prepared for. They mistook my stillness for weakness in my bones. Now they stand outside the gates of everything I own. Cold is the crown upon the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place. But every man who crossed me learned the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown. You can't buy what I bled to earn. Every fire that you said I learned, you took what was mine and you walked away clean. Now you're standing before a man you've never seen. I don't raise my voice, I don't raise my hand, I just raise my glass to the end you never planned. Cold is the crown upon the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place. But every man who crossed me learned the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown. Cold is the crown. Revenge is a fire. It burns and it's finished. Justice is a river. It takes exactly the time it needs. Revenge is the sound of a man losing patience. Justice is the sound of a man who proceeds without announcing. I've watched men burn their enemies in anger and in public, and spend the next decade rebuilding what the fire cost them too. The man who chases vengeance trades his future for a moment. Justice asks you not to rush and and does the work for you. Justice is patient. She doesn't need your help to arrive. Justice is patient. She only asks that you survive long enough to witness the mathematics of the truth. Justice is patient, and she charges compound interest on what's due. I built my life beside this principle and tested it in winter. I watched the men who wronged me build and overreach and fall. I never moved against them, I just moved without them in the picture. And justice did what justice does, which is, takes care of all. There is a discipline required in choosing not to strike, when every instinct in your body tells you now is right. That discipline is everything that separates the kinds of men who end up in the history from the ones who end the same as them. Justice is patient, and I have learned to be the same. Justice is patient, and patience is the longer game. I don't need to see it happen, I don't need to be the cause. Justice is patient, so am I. And that is the last law. Revenge is a fire, it burns and it's finished. Justice is a river, it takes exactly the time it needs. Revenge is the sound of a man losing patience. Justice is the sound of a man who proceeds without announcing. I've watched men burn their enemies in anger and in public, and spend the next decade rebuilding what the fire cost them too. The man who chases vengeance trades his future for a moment. Justice asks you not to rush and does the work for you. Justice is patient, she doesn't need your help to arrive. Justice is patient, she only asks that you survive long enough to witness the mathematics of the truth. Justice is patient, and she charges compound interest on what's due. I built my life beside this principle and tested it in winter. I watched the men who wronged me build and overreach and fall. I never moved against them, I just moved without them in the picture. And justice did what justice does, which is takes care of all. There is a discipline required in choosing not to strike, when every instinct in your body tells you now is right. That discipline is everything that separates the kinds of men who end up in the history from the ones who end the same as them. Justice is patient, and I have learned to be the same. Justice is patient, and patience is the longer game. I don't need to see it happen, I don't need to be the cause. Justice is patient, so am I. And that is the last law.
Became a stepping stone. Every door they closed in front of me became a road out. Every word they said to break me down became the fuel I burned. And everything they tried to take from me, I took back and earned. I used to pray against them, pray they'd change or go away. Now I thank the Lord for every single one of them today. Thank God for my enemies, they sharpened every edge I have. Thank God for my enemies, they showed me what I lacked. They pushed me past the limits of the man I used to be. Thank God for every enemy who didn't believe in me. Yeah. Hey. The man who took the contract I had built for 7 years. The woman who betrayed the plan before it could appear. The mentor who dismantled what he spent his lifetime teaching. They all became the architects of everything I'm reaching. I don't wish them harm, I don't want their downfall now. teacher. Every loss was a decision that made me exactly this.
They meant it for my ending,
They meant it for my ending,
but God meant it.
but God meant it for my rising.
Then I rose,
Then I rose,
then I rose,
then I rose,
then
Oh, thank God for my enemies, every single necessary one. Thank God for my enemies. Look at what they've done. They built me past their ceiling, past the walls they tried to place. Thank God for every enemy. I see their gift in every scar on my face. Hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We built our empires on the opposite sides of the same dark city. Started from the same hunger, ended in a different committee. I knew your name before you knew mine. That was by design. You studied the map of the territory. I studied the man behind the line. Now we're sitting at the same table, same drink, same room. Two kings who both know exactly how this ends, and too soon. Two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile. Two men who respect each other across an impossible mile. We built the same kind of empire, with the same kind of blood and cost. Two kings at the same table, knowing one of us has already lost. I don't hate you. I want that said before whatever comes. I hate the mathematics of the situation, not what you've become. You're the version of me that took a different road at 22. And I'm the version you'd have been if certain things broke through. Two mirrors facing each other in a room with no escape. We both see the reflection, we both know what's at stake. Two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile. Two men who understand each other across an impossible mile. If we were different men in a different time, we might have built something worth seeing. But the city doesn't bend for sentiment, and neither do we. I respect you. That's why this is so cold. Two kings at the same table, one city, one crown, one throne. Two men who built the same empire, both knowing this my empire on the silence of my enemies. Learned early on that trust is just a debt you cannot see. They smiled across the table, shook my hand and called me friend. But I watched their eyes real careful, knew exactly where it ends. They said I'd never rise above the ground where I was born. But every scar they gave me just became a sharper thorn. Cold is the crown on the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place. But every man who crossed me learned the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown. I pour my wine in solitude and toast the breaking dawn. Watch the men who burn me try to figure where I've gone. I don't the shadows of the past or call for war. I simply become everything they never were prepared for. They mistook my stillness for a weakness in my bones. Now they stand outside the gates of everything I own. Cold is the crown upon the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place. But every man who crossed me learned the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown. You can't buy what I bled to earn. Every fire that you said I learned. You took what was mine and you walked away clean. Now you're standing before a man you've never seen. I don't raise my voice, I don't raise my hand, I just raise my glass to the end you never planned. Cold is a crown upon the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place. But every man who crossed me learned the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown.
There is a kind of quiet that the guilty never understand. It isn't peace, it's pressure. It isn't calm, it's the hand of something patient moving slowly underneath the ground. The kind of quiet that arrives before a devastating sound. I have been that quiet, I have been that still. I have waited in the shadow of the moment until every piece was in position, every variable was clear. That's when I moved, and by the time they noticed, I was already here. They always ask what I was thinking in the hours before. I was thinking of exactly nothing. I was settling the score before the storm. There is no warning that you'd recognize. Before the storm, the sky looks normal to untrained eyes. I am the pressure that precedes the breaking of the air. I am the silence before lightning, and I'm already there. I don't announce my movements, I don't let them see me plan. The most dangerous thing in any room is an unread man. They cataloged my losses, wrote me off as done. They were making plans for after, but the storm had just begun. Ask the men who underestimated what the silence meant. Ask them what they thought was peace. Before the pressure bent, before the storm, there is no warning that you'd recognize. Before the storm, the sky looks normal to untrained eyes. I am the pressure that precedes the breaking of the air. I am the silence before lightning, and I'm already there. I have watched men panic when the chaos finally came, scrambling for a reason, scrambling for the blame. But I had built the storm myself, stone by stone in quiet. And everything that happened next, I didn't start the riot started me. I was never caught by surprise. There is a kind of quiet after that only victors know. Not proud, just still. The way a storm looks right before it goes. Miller's gonna close on Friday, and they're selling off the stools. The jukebox and the back booth, where we learn the How men talk to other men. Nobody's performing. How you hold a glass, and what the silence in between is for. I've been coming here since I was just too young to be here. Sat beside my father once and watched him with the men. They talked in half sentences and finished each other's thinking. And I took notes on everything and vowed to learn it then. Last around at Miller's for the bar that built a code. Last around at Miller's before they close and sell and fold. I'll raise a glass to everyone who ever sat in this particular light. Last round at Miller's, and one more after that tonight. Every man who ever needed somewhere he could be himself, without performance or agenda, or the grinding of the gears. Found a bar stool at the corner and a bartender who'd listen, and walked out a little cleaner for the time he'd spent in here. I know it's just a building, I know it's just a room, I know the men who made it are themselves almost all gone. But some rooms hold the memory of what happened in them, and Miller's held the kind of men I wanted to become. Last around at Miller's, last glass for what this place has been. Last round at Miller's for every man who came in from the rain, for every honest conversation and every quiet understood. Last round at Miller's for the bar that made us good.
Every man who ever doubted me became a stepping stone. Every door they closed in front of me became a road out. Every word they said to break me down became the fuel I burned. And everything they tried to hide from me, I took back and earned. I used to pray against them, pray they change or go away. Now I thank the Lord for every single one of them today. Thank God for my enemies. They sharpened every edge I have. Thank God for my enemies. They showed me what I lacked. They pushed me past the limits of the man I used to be. Thank God for every enemy who didn't believe in me. The man who took the contract I had built for 7 years. The woman who betrayed the plan before it could appear. The mentor who dismantled what he spent his lifetime teaching. They all became the architects. Everything I'm reaching, I don't wish them harm. I don't want their downfall now. I just want to live the answer to the question of the doubt. Thank God for my enemies. They gave me what no friend could give. Thank God for my enemies. They taught me how to live in the fire of opposition, in the cold of their disdain. Thank God for every enemy. I thank them all again. You can't be forged without the heat. You can't be sharpened without friction. Every trial was a teacher, every loss was a decision that made me